Going over to the political part podcast, you have Ted Cruz introducing the no tax on tips bill, which, yep, that'd be pretty nice. And a friendly reminder, especially if you're not using like a corporate credit card, if you're getting any service and you're going to tip someone, do the world a favor and just pay them cash so that they don't have to report on the taxes. That is what it's telling me. That's what I always recommend that because again, that could really make someone's day. And yeah, I'd rather have them get it than the government steal it. Now, this comes to us thanks to Lives at TikTok, in which she says, quote, breaking, Ted Cruz just reintroduced the, quote, No Tax on Tips Act after Trump promised to eliminate the taxes on tips. And probably one of the best tips out there. Yeah, what was this? Fortunately, they zoomed in on the receipt, so you can't see it. But the receipt, or the bill is like $25. And the person wrote on the receipt, vote Trump, no tax on tips. And they tipped $100 on a $25 tab, or $25.98 tab, which, yeah, that made the server's day. But again, they should just pay cash, because again, the government's going to steal from that. In some cases, the restaurant might take some from that. I know different restaurants and place establishments have different policies on how they split tips. But yeah, I would say always pay cash. Cash is king, especially for small businesses and single business, single location operators. If someone owns like a single store or restaurant, yeah, pay cash every single time. If this happens, man, I still do it because then the credit card companies don't steal some as well. Because again, there's that usually 3% transaction fee from the major credit card processing companies. So yeah, at the end of the day, cash is always king. But I partially digress. Going to the actual comments, one of the first comments comes from someone who's, I would say, exceptionally handsome and brilliant. It's me, hashtag the topping show, and I say, quote, excellent, enough taxes, start cutting them, getting 5 likes. Not to brag, but that's 4 likes one of my videos got last week. Nick Sorter also says, quote, I knew I recognized that receipt from somewhere, we won. And that was something that he posted. So apparently that's his receipt from 2024, June specifically 11th. Or as we Americans would say, June 11th, 2024. That's how you're supposed to say it. They got 181 likes. There's a TikTok said, ha, Epic getting 61 likes as well. Big Picture says, so many things getting done before Trump even took office, as this happened actually a couple days ago. Got 25 likes. Guess I have anti-woke memes, which A+, they did in fact respond in meme form. And he says, quote, income tax must come to an end. There's a skinny, it looks like a skinny, starving guy on a bike, and a big fat guy on the bike, sitting on the bike behind him, and the big fat guy, he's called taxpayer. The big guy is labeled government, which got 43 likes, though to make it more accurate, you should also have an equally obese man on that bike labeled Ukraine and all the countries that would give billions of dollars to. What are we up to, like $190 billion to Ukraine, while Los Angeles burns and the Carolinas struggle with the floods? But they got $700 for the initial payment. So that's something. Yeah. If we ever see a flowchart or like a diagram of how much tax money goes abroad versus stays here, it actually helps Americans or taxpayer Americans, I think people would be even more depressed than they are already, or more irate with the government, which, yeah. Going down more, you have Paul Zupa saying, quote, and there you go, campaign promises already getting going. I'm sure Joe Biden will try to take credit for this too, getting 14 likes, which, yeah, probably. Arthur Eagleman says, quote, huge, let's effing go, getting 77 likes. Going down more. Cool Christian engineer, which A+ marketing, you know exactly what he is and, who he is and what he does. Says, quote, American dream starting again. It's like an AI picture generated of a human body with fireworks around it. It says, quote, American dream, leaving my body as I pay 12 different taxes on my paycheck. Yeah. The amount of taxation in the United States is criminal. We killed the Brits just for taxing our tea, which, at the end of the day, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe they're doing us a favor because tea is so viscerally disgusting, gives you a reason not to buy it to tax it. But in all seriousness, I mean, how much money, every dollar we make, how much is stolen? I mean, just think about it. You got income tax, property tax, gasoline tax, cigarette tax, telecommunications tax, water tax, capital gains tax, tobacco tax, alcohol tax, state tax. I mean, it goes on and on. That's just off the top of my head in a fraction of a second of thinking. I mean, every dollar Social Security, that Ponzi scheme. I mean, of every dollar we earn, how many really are at the end of the day? It's criminal how little is left. We also have George saying, quote, they need to ensure that goes to effect the moment it gets signed into law, no wasting time, getting 103 likes. Anti-left memes says, and income taxes, it's a picture of a maybe oil rig worker. It says, quote, income tax, the fine you pay for the crime of being productive and useful. Truth. Getting 27 likes. Let's make it 28. Let's see. Geronimo says, promises made, promises kept, getting 6 likes, which Now, again, they're just introducing the bill. Maybe Trump will sign this into law, make an executive order overnight. I'm not sure how this will get executed, or probably has to pass the House and the Senate. We'll see if it does. Again, don't get me wrong, it's good that's being introduced, but also Republicans have let me down. How many times? So many times they probably need like a whole dictionary. I can probably fill a dictionary with how many times they let me down. Again, the fact that the National Firearms Act in 1934 is still on the books after nearly 100 years. But again, Republicans have had the House, the Senate, the White House multiple times, and you still have to pay a $200 tax stamp if you want to get a suppressor, short barrel rifle, short barrel shotgun, machine gun, or any fun toy, really, on top of the sales tax. Now, thank God, one time inflation worked in our favor. That was $200. When that law was passed, it was $200 in 1934, equivalent to about $5,000 now. Basically, you want to make sure you can't have your rights. Disgusting. So hopefully they'll fix that too. But again, Republicans have a track record of ineptitudes and or corruption. So let's just say I'm holding my breath. Again, hopefully this gets passed. I think it should. I think most income tax should just be eliminated completely. Maybe go to a VAT tax or something else, or just maybe I like Trump's idea of just increasing tariffs. But yeah, well, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think this is a good thing to get started in terms of decreasing taxes, and especially for those folks who are literally on their feet, what is it, 12 more hours a day, especially in the service industry? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make it better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.